In this edition of This Is True Really, we're going to India? That didn't work. Hang on. Narcotics in India. Details coming up on This Is True Really News, which you should really like, subscribe, and follow. Because it'd be nice. For us. I mean, it won't do much for you.
Yeah, really.
Except, you get notices and things. You can listen. But if you would like, subscribe, and follow, we would love that because we're like that. And we are dum-dum-dum, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's dum-dum-dum.
You're just
I'm only dum-de-dum-dum. Dum-de-dum-dum-dum.
From Reason.com.
Quick, name that show.
Dum-da-dum-dum. Dum-da-dum-dum-dum. Dragnet.
The story you're about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the insolent.
Not when I'm drinking crap.
Sorry. Don't drink crap.
I know. I've been trying to swear it off, but there's so much of it and it's so cheap.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
From Reason.com.
That's the only thing that's cheap.
A Nebraska City High School teacher and the two para-educators who apparently jumped from a plane into her classroom.
Well, no, there's two. That's why they're para.
Ah, there we go. Have been charged with child abuse.
Oh.
After authorities said they were caught on audio and videotape abusing a special needs student.
That's rude.
Teacher Melissa Valenta has been charged with felony child abuse. Aides Emily Kent and Deborah Stid have been charged with misdemeanor child abuse. Officials say the three, among other things, hit the student with dodgeballs, made him sit in soiled pants, and made him mop floors and climb stairs for extended periods. And you thought the kids were bullies.
So it's like football hazing.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Over to you.
Why? So, okay, just a sidebar. You may have noticed that sometimes when your kids play sports, the coaches seem to play mind games instead of being straight up with the kids.
Yep.
And my thought is, why would you do that? Because middle school, high school kids, I mean, honest to God, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. What's the point?
Right?
Same thing right here. Throw the book at them several times until they're bruised and unconscious.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Police in Mathura, India, reported to the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act.
Man, that's a big act. Must be a tough act to follow.
Apparently, it's got its own damn office, too. Shut up. Anyway, they reported that more than 500 kilograms of marijuana confiscated and stored in 2 police stations.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Has gone missing.
Sort of. According to Gulf News, the 500 kilograms of marijuana confiscated and stored in 2 police stations has been eaten by rats.
And you can tell.
Wow. Stewed rodents.
All the rats are hanging around the candy machine going, Skittles.
Just one bag is all. It's just
one bag of
Skittles.
Skittles.
Are in there.
And potatoes.
Sorry, that's very old school. I mean,
no,
officers told the judge that mice and rats, although small, do not fear the police. They fear cats, but not the police so much.
Not so much, no.
Nope. So if you had a police cat,
easy pickings.
A district judge ordered police to eradicate the mice menace and provide proof that the critters actually consumed the weed. Thank you very much. Wouldn't you love that job?
First thing I'd do is capture them live. I would create little dreadlock wigs for all of them.
And then teach them to play reggae.
And reggae. And then I would drag them in front of the judge and say, Your Honor.
So if the guy's name is Reginald, he'd be Reggae? How dumb.
We're still stuck on the reggae thing. Bob Marley.
Reggae.
I became such a huge Bob Marley fan when we did that Legend
I
release.
never got it.
I like him. There's there are certain songs I love. Three Little Birds, No Woman.
I just want to know what the poor guys in forensics are going to do. We got to take a blood test of what? 700 what?
See if it's ripped.
Yeah, find out if it's stewed like we think it. It could be stoned out of its head.
From the Daily Record. A couple who despise Wham's festive classic Last Christmas are desperate, I say, to raise millions so they can buy the rights to the song and ensure they will never hear it again.
I'm okay with that.
Writer Thomas Mazzetti.
Where do I contribute, by the way? I'm just asking.
And painter wife Hannah. I'll get to that. 33. So Thomas and Hannah are what?
58.
Are on a mission to make next Christmas the last Christmas they need to endure it. Appealing to fellow Wham haters, the couple have so far managed to raise $62,100, or about 51,200 pounds, for the cause, with 327 joining forces to raise the cash. They're going to have to work on this a bit. The rights to the record have been valued between 15 and 25 million.
I'm sorry?
15 to 25 million dollars
for that piece of dreck? For that song?
Oh, yeah, because it gets so much play and it sales it and streams. And anyway, it's owned by Warner Chappell Music, who we all know all of their taste is in their mouth. If they manage to reach
that's pretty rude to mouths.
If they manage to reach their ambitious target, the devilish duo have big plans for the master recording of the 1984 song, which includes dumping it in a Finnish nuclear waste site. How about just changing the channel?
Well, it's a thought, don't you think? Just
change the channel.
Huh.
Tone?
What?
Your turn.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Didn't mean to catch you off guard.
Actually, I've been trying to find a name here because I'm going to feel stupid about something I'm about to tell you otherwise.
Well, how would that be different than any other day?
Lydia Ko, #1 golfer, December 30th, married her sweetheart at the Myeongdong Cathedral in Seoul, South Korea. Current world #1.
Go scratch her off your list.
Well, considering she's 25, I'm guessing.
Well, then scratch her off your to-do list.
She'd have to be blind and catatonic.
And have somebody signing for her who
exactly.
hates her.
Anyway, the reason I bring up Lydia, one of my favorite. She's one of the reasons I'm into women's golf so much. She and Lexi Thompson.
Okay.
I was there right at the beginning of the Lydia as a force of nature.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, this tiny little Korean who lives in New Zealand, and she's a New Zealander in her heart, man. Just owned the women's golf tour for a few years. And the best part about it was before she was 20. Then she struggled for several years, and this year she looked like Lydia of old. Anyway, in New Zealand, why I'm bringing all this up with home prices.
Do you know that's the southernmost of the tropical
islands? It is. I learned that. See, I learned stuff when I go to Hawaii.
Funny, I learned it right here.
How stupid am I? Well, what do you do in Hawaii? Well, mostly I learned that New Zealand's the southernmost of the tropical islands, and they've got stupid people who twirl fire.
Oh, those guys.
On purpose.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they must wear fire retardant jocks because otherwise, that would be dangerous. With home prices in New Zealand taking their biggest drop in 30 years.
Just so you know, I won't touch that fire retardant joke. Just so you know. Go ahead.
Thank you. One homeowner who's looking to sell is trying to sweeten the offer. I was going to mention, because my favorite golfer is from New Zealand, and she just got married, and it was very cool. There are pictures of her and her husband, Yun Hung. I think. I'm serious. JUNHOUNG, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Yun Chung, CHUNG.
Oh, good, because I was concerned.
Don't go there. They had a really cool picture of during their honeymoon. They stopped by a golf course in New Zealand for a junior golf awards ceremony. On their honeymoon? On their honeymoon. They just stopped by.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
Got to make some of the announcements. It was just so cool.
Yeah.
But where was I now? New Zealand home prices falling most in 58 years or 30, depending how you count. One homeowner is looking to try to sweeten the offer.
Okay.
The owner of 22 Dungloe Avenue in Flatbush, in New Zealand, not that one.
Okay.
Is offering a free Tesla with the purchase of their $1.8 million home, which is worth about $8 apparently.
I was going to say, how much would it cost for us to fly to New Zealand?
I just want the Tesla.
Yeah, I want to play with that until it burns down.
I want to see what it's like. Yeah. Until then, it's going to be a hoot. The new owner will be asked to choose the color of the electric car, which will be ordered new and then delivered to the home from the manufacturer. Of course, it's going to be delivered to 22 Dungloe Avenue in Flatbush. But hey, with 6 parking spots, they can even park it sideways if they want to.
Or diagonally.
Because honestly, even if there weren't 6 parking spots, they still would. And you never park it sideways. You kind of park it kittywampus.
Yep.
Which is halfway between sideways and
right.
Yeah.
Correct.
That way. And Lydia Ko's my favorite woman golfer. Although I kind of like the lady from Canada, too. She just won last week. Go ahead. Sorry.
We're done.
Thank God.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.